Hey guys, this is John from JMI Training Solutions. Today we are going to do first looks and first 500 round view of my new carry gun, which is the Shadow Systems CR920XP. For safety purposes, magazine's empty. As we can see, gun's empty, it's safe and clear. Alright, so I've had this gun now for probably about a month or so, and I put through my first 500 rounds. Typically for any type of gun that I'm considering carrying, 500 rounds is going to be the minimum, and it's pretty much got to be a flawless 500 rounds. The only thing that I'll really take into account or consider is if it's ammo related or shooter induced. What you guys should know about Shadow Systems is they're very honest about this, that they typically say that they need at least 100 or 200 round break-in period for their weapon, before the gun should be flawless. With the first 500 rounds I put through this gun, I have not had a single malfunction on this gun. When I first got the gun, I did take it apart real quick, and I did just clean it and lube it and put it back together, and that's about all I did. Just for the purposes of my audience, relationship with Shadow Systems, absolutely none. I paid full retail price for this gun, as I did for all my Shadow System guns. It's just a brand that I do believe in. I do like their products. This is my fourth Shadow System gun that I currently own. So to get more into this, what I like about this gun, and I was intrigued about this gun, is up until prior to getting the CR920XP, my concealed carry gun for the better part of almost two years, 18 months or so, again, empty magazine, clear safe weapon, has been the CR920P, and prior to this was the regular CR920. I just really fell in love with the angles of these guns, the grips, the way they shoot for the sizes they were. This gun, the CR920P, outperformed most of my subcompact guns that I currently owned, which is why I carried this. This was an extremely flat shooting gun for what it was. The only downside to this particular gun I didn't like was the grip was so short. Now with this, it comes with a standard 10 round magazine, which is flush fitting, or you can get the extended 13 rounds. I found myself always carrying the extended 13 rounds just simply because it gave me that extra grip I needed. Where I kind of didn't like the gun is whenever I had to do a reload, I lost that grip. I didn't have that pinky extension there, and sometimes reloads were a little tough. When the CR920XP came out, it literally almost fixed all of the shortcomings of the regular CR920, which is what I liked. It gave that extra grip, which was good. It actually filled out the frame a little bit, is where you could see on the CR920P, the compensator is almost as if you had a threaded barrel, even though it's not a threaded barrel. It's outside of front of the gun. It's not kind of like a flush fit, where what they did with the CR920XP is they just extended the frame a little bit, which makes that compensator flush fit. I think it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing this way, personally. The one thing you do have to keep in mind is holster compatibility. I did have to switch to specific Glock 48 holsters just to get it to fit, because they did extend the frame out a little bit. But otherwise, my T-Rex Arms holsters I had no problem with. So holster compatibility is going to be a big deal. Just keep in mind you may need to get a Glock 48 holster. As far as what I'm carrying on this, as far as an optic, this is my Hollow Sun EPS carry. I've been carrying these for a few years now, and honestly, it's, in my opinion, the best concealed carry optic you can get. You got it enclosed, nice window, and you have multiple reticle options if you want. So let's get into a little statistics on this gun, a little stats on this gun. So this gun is going to empty, is going to weigh 21.2 ounces as per the website. Height is going to be 5.18. Width is going to be 1.05, which is actually pretty good for a subcompact or a concealed carry gun. The finish is nitrite, and honestly, You can't get any better than that, nitride finish. I've never had a problem with any of my Shadow Systems developing any rust or any problems with the finish. Compensator is steel, and the capacity, like I said, is 15:1 with a flush fit magazine. Why I really decided to go to this is I was carrying, like I said, the extended 13 round mag on this to give me that extra pinky grip. If you were to actually take these two guns like this and put them almost together like this, the CR920XP is just a little bit longer in the grip with the flush fit mag. It's almost not noticeable, and for me, it's not a big deal. For I carry appendix, but I get that total grip all the time, and when I do my reloads, I still keep that grip, and I really do like that. This time around, I'm usually not like a flashy kind of guy. I just stick with black everything, but I wanted to get their bronze barrel because it actually did kind of look good. As far as their sights, I believe Shadow Systems has one of the best, out of the box sights. I love their blacked out rears, and then you just got that little green dot in there for low light. To me, I think it's just one of the best. Now, as far as trigger pulls, you are not going to get a high performance trigger out of this. You're going to get a good trigger. So all of their guns are designed for concealed carry, duty use, combat kind of use. So you're not going to get that real short take up and super crisp trigger. You're going to pretty much get a well broken in Glock trigger with this. So you are going to have your take up. So there's your take up. It is kind of like, it's a fairly short take up. You get to a very predictable wall, and you get that 4.5, 5 pound break. Nice, audible, pretty smooth, and you have a relatively short take up. So is this going to be the smoothest trigger in the world? No. Now, I've had multiple Shadow Systems, and what I will say is when you get to that 1,000, 2,000 round mark, these triggers do break in and do smooth out a little bit more. So you're going to get a high-end Glock trigger in this once you break it in, but it's designed for defensive use. Now, the price tags in these guns, they're not exactly the cheapest guns in the world. I believe, I want to say I got this for a little over $800 from Sportsman's Guide. Now, if you think about that, wow, that's kind of a little bit expensive. But if you really think about it, if you were to go buy any stock Glock, whether it's a Glock 43, Glock 48, you're going to spend about $600 on the gun itself. And then by the time you put all of the aftermarket stuff on it, you're well over $1,000. Where this is pretty much turnkey for anything that you're going to need. And like I said, it's hard pressed to find a better value out there. So like I said, the 500 rounds I've had through this has been, like I said, flawless. For the first couple of 100 rounds, I ran 124s, and then after that, I did run some 115s, and then I did run some critical defense, because that's typically what I carry for my defensive round. And again, everything was flawless, no feeding problems, no ejection problems, everything. This gun just ate through everything. So I've been carrying this for about a week now as my dedicated concealed carry gun. I've run this through one of my concealed carry classes that I teach. I put about 150 rounds through it during that class itself, and I had no problems at all. She gripped good, sight. I was able to get some pretty decent bill drills done with this, and some transition drills pretty effective with this. What I will say is this gun probably shoots like a Glock 17, which is really good for considering its size. It is really smooth, really flat. I very rarely lose the optic in the window, so I have nothing bad to say through the first 500 rounds. I didn't think I would, because like I said, this isn't my first Shadow Systems, and they only seem to be getting a little better as time goes on. But I will let you guys know when I hit my 1,000 round review, and then I'll give you a final review, and I'll have some footage of me on the range with different classes with that 1,000 round review. So until then, guys, stay safe. Don't forget, train to defend, train to survive. I'll see you guys on the next one.